No. Call the meeting to order of Zoning Board of Appeals, Harrison Township, August 11th, 2026. Who is the acting secretary? Mr. Battanti?
He's replacing Shane, so,
I think that makes sense.
always room for something.
Our secretary is excused tonight, who reads the cases. So that was why.
Well, you got to do roll call first, Bill.
Yes, okay. But I have to figure out who's going to do that. Mr. Battanti, would you call roll?
Yes, Mr. Brado?
Here.
Mr. Gleason is excused? Yes. Mr. Leonetti?
Present.
Ms. Torp?
Here.
Ms. O'Parker?
Here.
Okay,
Good start.
thank you. The next item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Is there a motion?
I will make that.
Is
I'll
there a
support.
second?
I'll
Okay.
support.
Thank you. All in favor of approving the agenda as written, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item is approval of the minutes of July 14th. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll support it.
Thank you. Is there discussion of the minutes? Hearing none. Will all in favor of approving the minutes as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There are none. Under hearings and reviews, Mr. Battanti, would you read the first case?
Case E1, case number 1426, Mr. Ursini, excuse me, on 26500 South River Road. Do we need to read a description of the,
Yes, please.
just give me 1 minute here.
It's on the agenda, sir.
You could just,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Oh, property number 17-12-18-452-010.
Thank
Request
you.
for variance of a temporary detached structure in the front yard.
Thank you. Who's here to speak on the case? Myself. Would you please go to the podium, give us your name and address for the record, sir?
May I give you guys pictures by chance? I did take pictures of the actual
Sure.
for each of you. That way you guys can see what we got going on.
I actually have my own. I visited.
Oh, okay, okay, no problem.
I mean, it's
Yep.
okay. If you,
Oh, yeah, no
okay,
problem.
that's
Yep,
fine.
there's extra sets.
I did see it. Okay. Well, from the road at least, sir.
No problem. So, I'd like to open by saying, I apologize for not pulling a permit or anything. I've lived in other residences before.
Name and address?
Oh, I'm sorry, Joseph Ursini, 26500 South River Road, Harrison Township here.
Thank you.
Yep. So, again, I apologize for not pulling a permit. I had lived in a couple other townships where removable structures weren't really an issue, so that was where I didn't know it was an issue. I did come to, the city prior to ask about building a barn in that same spot, and they said no, but I didn't think this would be a problem, so I apologize for that, but, basically, my biggest reason here for putting this in the front yard was because, my lot lines literally butt up right to my neighbor's house. I have like roughly about 3 feet on the one side, it might even be less, and there's like 1 foot on the other side, so I can't physically drive a vehicle around to my backyard. Also, my garage only is 6'10", so I can't drive my truck through the garage or my trailer through the garage to actually park it under a structure. So that's kind of why I chose the location I did and on that. And with that being said, my main reason here, I just want to protect my vehicles from weather, things like that, and my trailer. I spent a lot of money on these things, so I just want to protect them from sun fade. My trailer the past few years has experienced like crazy sun fade, so that's my main reason for doing this. However, the construction of this project, I did follow the manual to build it 100% to the T. I also reinforced it with 63-gallon drums on each post, and I did strap them to the posts. We've had some pretty significant winds since this has been up, and it hasn't budged at all. I also put 2-foot pieces of re-rod through the holes that were prefabbed in the structure, just to keep it from like shifting side to side. So I really did plan this out quite a bit, and to make sure this wouldn't go anywhere and things like that. So obviously, I didn't want it to sail in a neighbor's house, nothing. So, but that's where my biggest struggle with that. I just wanted something to protect my vehicles and just keep the weather, things like that, off of there.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the board?
planning commission at all, by chance?
Not for this particular item, no.
Have you gone to the planning commission before?
I have, one time, yep.
In Harrison Township?
Yep.
What'd you do there? What'd you go to?
I was asking to put a barn in that spot, and they said no.
Okay.
Yep, and
Gotcha.
the
You
reason,
said that, yeah.
and their reason was because I'm on the land side, not the water side. I will say though, I'd have visited properties on the water side that actually have about the same size backyard as me, and they do have full barns in the front yard. And that's another thing with my property, I have a very small backyard, and my front yard is pretty long, so that's another reason why I kind of chose that spot for this as well. Preferably, I'd like to have everything in the backyard, I just can't, again, I can't drive back there with my vehicles.
Is there any, have you ever tried to approach the planning commission about putting a permanent structure like in the front yard? Like kind of,
I have, they shut it down right away. And that's why I kind of went to this route, because again, I've lived in other townships where removable structures weren't a problem. And that's why I chose to go this route instead, because honestly, it was a lot cheaper for our family as well, so.
well, what, my question is though, when you went to the planning commission, you were talking about a pole barn in your backyard.
In the front.
Oh,
In that same spot
In
where
that
I have
same
that.
spot.
Yep,
I got
yep.
you, my mistake, that's right, because
Yep.
you can't drive your cars back there.
Exactly.
I got
Yep,
it,
yep.
okay,
Yep,
thank you.
yep, no problem.
But Mr. Orsini, the fact that you can't drive your vehicles around to the back, that was the situation when you purchased the property, correct? Nothing has changed.
That was when I purchased it, correct.
So you were aware that you would?
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah,
Okay.
there's no getting around there, yeah, I mean, there's.
I just wasn't sure if something had changed or you
Yep,
built something. Okay.
no, nothing's changed, no, it's been that way since day one.
Okay.
Yep. My biggest thing, it's a very well-built structure, it's not, I did spend some money on it, and I just didn't know, I didn't know removable structure needed anything, I really didn't, so.
I do have a question. Although it's removable, is it your intent to keep it there permanently?
Correct.
So if that's the case, I don't know that water drums are the right solution for that, if it's going to be a permanent structure.
The reason I came up with that solution is because if I did ever want to remove it, and I did leave, room for ice expansion in the drums, and also that's, with those drums the way they are, there's 2,000 pounds per side. So it is, quite a bit of weight holding it down. And like I said, we've had some pretty significant winds, that thing hasn't budged at all, so, but I do understand what you're saying.
Well, and I would note in the plan review that we got, it says the manufacturer's installation instructions do not provide for permanent installation.
So
So-
is this?
But I thought I saw in a diagram where there were supports that were, fashioned into something in the ground, like cement that was.
They had like a suggestion, because I actually called the manufacturer, they had a suggestion to like put those spiral stakes in the ground, but I didn't think that would be more enough at all.
Into the ground itself without
Yeah,
any.
because there's like little side footings that, they're not footings rather, I'm sorry, little side braces that come with it. But I came up with a solution to put those on there because it's a lot more sturdy that way. Because they wanted me to put like the spiral things in the ground, the spiral spikes
Yes.
rather to hold it, and then strap it to that. And I just didn't see that really holding up proper for the winds we get, in that area, so.
That's like something you use for intent.
Yeah, correct, yeah. I mean, they make them like construction grade where they're like 2 feet long, but, again, and then, I didn't want to hit anything in the ground, so. But like I said, I do have the drums are sitting right on top of the frame and they're strapped to the frame as well. So they cannot go anywhere. And everything is load rated, exactly how it should be.
It's still a temporary structure though, correct?
Yeah, it's very stout. I mean, it's a very solid structure.
Right.
Yep.
The zoning ordinance indicate that you really can't have any accessory buildings, they have to be permanent unless they're approved as a temporary structure by the planning commission. So I know you went there, and I get your frustration, you went there saying, hey, can I have a barn or something back here, and they said no. But then you went ahead, and you could have gone back to the planning commission and said, hey, before I erect this, can this maybe be approved, maybe as a temporary
I know,
structure?
I've lived in other townships where it wasn't an issue.
I know.
I will say this, they did give me two options. They said, I couldn't have a detached structure in the front yard. They said I could attach to my house, but that was like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So
No,
that's the
I
reason we
know,
didn't go
I get
that
it,
route, so.
money's limited for everybody.
Right.
My only concern is, you kind of did it, you put the cart before the horse, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's the problem. If you'd gone to the planning commission, if you read the zoning ordinance, it says, you know, they have to be permanent. Now, you're saying this is permanent. It's not, it's really, and
It's temporary.
Right,
You can
okay.
unbolt it, but.
it says a temporary structure could maybe be approved if you had gone to the planning commission.
Okay.
You
And I-
didn't go to the planning commission the second time.
Right, right. Again, and that's the reason I've lived in Clinton Township, never had an issue with a
Oh, I know.
removable structure, and that was my biggest thing. And this was, this was purchased right off Amazon, and, I mean, it's actually it's very well built. I mean, it is a very well built structure, so.
I get it.
I mean, from planning commission perspective, yes, it's a temporary structure, but you're not planning it. Like, when we approve a temporary structure, it's like a fireworks tent for 30 days. Or we approved the tent that the Eagles Club had for years, but they had to come back every year for compliance issues.
Okay.
So like, it's gotta still be temporary in nature. It can't be intended to be permanent.
Right. Well, my question was, he didn't even go back and try that, because you would have said to him, look, this isn't really a fireworks tent or something for 30
Yeah.
days. I got you.
And there is no intent on your part to move it.
As long as I live there, I would like to keep my stuff protected. That's my biggest thing. Yeah, I mean, I would be more than willing to put like a steel shed there or something something more permanent. I'd be more than willing to do that. I just, again, this was more of a cost point for us, for our family, so this is kind of the route we went, just for, cost point and stuff like that, so.
Any other
Do
questions?
you think it's worthwhile for him to go back to planning with a different idea?
I mean, we're currently looking at ordinance updates that address temporary
Okay.
structures like this. It kind of goes in line with other accessory structure discussions we're having right now, and it's leaning towards limiting these types of structures, especially in the front yard.
Okay.
So that's just where I think that's headed. So I don't know that it would be worth his time.
Advantageous
Yeah.
for him to do that?
It
Okay.
could be misleading.
Yes.
Are there any questions of the petitioner from the board? If you'd like to sit down, Mr. Orsini,
Thank you.
the board can discuss.
Tough one.
It's a tough one. It is.
Well, I'll offer a thought, that
Okay.
perhaps if it were secured a different way. It's in the front yard, there are 8 drums holding this down. I understand, sir, why you did it, and the notion is that you feel it's secure, but I must also say that it's not very visibly pleasing being in the front yard. And I would wonder if it could be secured a different way, if the board might consider it differently then. I'm not a construction person. It just seems to me if there were a different way to, I understand what you said about just putting it into the ground, but perhaps is there a way that some cement could be poured and you could secure it that way? I don't know. I'm just offering that up. I'm not sure if that makes a difference to the way the rest of the board feels. That's my thought.
These are the factors that I'm looking at. You got to take into account that when he bought the property, as my colleague, Ms. Torp, said, I mean, he knew he wasn't going to really be able to use the backyard. And unfortunately, that's something that you bought it. Maybe you got the price of the house for a discount because of that. I don't know. You don't have to tell us that. But I have to factor that you were aware of the problems when you bought the home. The second thing I have to factor is I have to follow the law. I do. There are a couple different zoning ordinances here that don't help. There's, no detached accessory structure can be in a front yard. That's that. It must be permanent, and I get your frustrations. I do. You'd have to build it up against your house and probably put, it's going to cost you a lot of money.
I have to add values.
Yes,
which I
right,
don't.
exactly. And I understand that. You did follow the rules. And I probably would have liked it better if you'd come to us before you went ahead and did it. In other words, you kind of put the cart before the horse. And I have to factor that in too. And I'm very sympathetic to your concerns, I understand. But to give you a little idea how the zoning board works, we have to find that there's a hardship for you. And some of the hardships you said is, my cars are getting a little sunbathed, there's things like that. Totally understand.
Very expensive.
It's expensive, I get it, but
No,
that's,
no.
I gotta go back to Ms. Torp, right? When you bought the house, you knew, well, I might not be able to really get a garage the way I would like it here, or a pole barn in the back, you know what I mean? So, it's a very, very tough one, but those are my factors that I'm weighing in my decision here.
I took this from the street, a great risk to my life because it's South River Road. But I don't even see where you have space to build anything attached to your house.
Against my garage, they were saying I could come off my garage in the front there.
Into the
Come this
driveway.
way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, though,
Because there's
my
a-
biggest thing with that, I'd have to add valleys to the house, I don't wanna do that, and
I know.
it's about $100,000 better,
It's a beautiful house.
Thank you, yeah.
It-
It
it
still needs
really-
a lot of work, but,
It looks lovely, and this is the first thing you see.
right.
Yeah.
And again, my biggest thing was, I didn't know, I had no clue a removable structure. I could see if I was in an HOA, but I had no clue a removable structure needed anything, honestly. I've lived in other townships where there's nothing. There's no permit, there's no nothing. So that's the only reason I didn't come back, is that reason.
We believe you.
That's the only reason, so.
I guess for me, I mean, there's number 1 and 2 on this plan review are 2 major ordinances that say this is not allowed, and I'm struggling to see the hardship here. And I don't want to set a precedent for detached structures in the front yard.
I'm also struggling with the hardship, considering nothing has changed, and as Mr. Leonetti reiterated, you purchased it understanding this. If nothing in the lot has changed, you haven't built anything else, so that's my concern, the hardship.
Would there be a way, could I build a permanent structure there without having to attach something to my house? Could I build a permanent structure so I could at least protect my investments?
Well, one of the suggestions I was gonna make was that maybe we table this tonight so that he can go back to Brent or the planning commission to see if that's a possibility. If you could build something that's not attached to the house, maybe there's some kind of an alternate, I don't know, I'm not on planning.
I have no idea. I
But maybe
mean,
Brent would have some suggestions.
I don't recall seeing this coming before us on planning commission for a barn, but that, I
I
mean,
would
I've been
hate
on planning
to-
commission
I would
for
hate
11
to
years.
not table
so-
it, and then you have to remove it. At least if we table it, then he can go back and try to talk to someone in the building department to see if is an option. Because you haven't done that yet, right?
No.
You're thinking it could be
They told me
converted
this
into a
was my
permanent
next
structure?
Not this, but something
Okay.
different.
Okay,
Yeah.
but, okay, not
Maybe
this.
he could go back to the building department and possibly work on something with Brent that would work, rather than saying, we all vote no, and this has to be removed. That wouldn't be good. So, that's what I would suggest. And he may still have to come back here again, I don't know. But I don't think that this is gonna pass tonight. So I'm gonna suggest that we table it and let him go back and talk to the building department to see if there's something that you could build that would pass.
But to that end, I feel like if we're not gonna approve this, why table it and leave it open?
Because
Not
maybe
just
he could build
close it.
something that we could approve.
But we would still have to, he'd still have to come back with us with this site plan, and it wouldn't be the same variance, so,
Okay.
you
That's
get what
why-
I'm saying?
That's
So,
why
like,
I asked if you thought this could be converted into a permanent structure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I'm not opposed to him coming back with
Oh, no.
with a permanent
plan.
structure, I just
Yeah.
don't see personally myself approving
Oh, yeah,
this
no,
as is.
exactly. That's
So,
why I'm
I
suggesting
don't
that.
like the idea of leaving it out there to fester.
This structure can be enclosed. It has the capability of being enclosed. It's a very well-built structure. I'd hate to take it down, be $3,000 out of my pocket for
Yeah.
zero reason. And there is a hardship. I'm trying to keep my stuff protected.
Sure.
So there is a hardship here. I have zero access. I understand I bought the property like this. When I first moved here, the first thing I wasn't doing was coming to township. Hey, can I build a detached garage here? I didn't know these things. Okay, I'm just trying to buy the property.
Sure.
I needed a house at the time. I bought a house. Okay, I've been here since 2018. I've never missed a tax payment. I've never missed anything. I've never been a nuisance to this township ever in all the years I've been here. So that's all I'm saying is this can be enclosed. This structure is very well built.
Right.
This could turn into a tin shed very easy. Or a detached garage rather, I mean, I guess either way.
So maybe the question, excuse me, sir, maybe the question then becomes, talking to the building department, finding out what it would take to make this a permanent structure.
Yeah.
I guess. It's also on gravel, which is not
So that-
allowed for.
That,
It would
that
be
might be part of the
structure,
discussion.
so-
Slab.
I mean, I could dig sonic tubes in the ground and, you know, implant this thing in the ground permanent. The reason I wasn't trying to do that, I was trying to keep it removable. Because again, I've been, you know, Clinton Township, they don't require anything like this, so.
Right.
You know, that's, again, I didn't know.
Maybe this, maybe we can think about this. I mean, he's got to do a cost-benefit analysis.
Right.
If we shoot him down now, it says it's $3,000 for him to take it all apart. On the other hand, if we give him some time to, like you suggest, go to the building department and see what he has to do, they might tell him it's going to cost him $40,000. Then he's got to make that decision. I'm willing to maybe make that decision.
Yeah.
I'm willing to think about that. I haven't said I'll agree to it yet, but
Yeah.
that's
What else?
really what it comes down to is, you know, one, he's gonna have to spend 3 if we vote him down today.
Right.
I think if he goes to the building department, I think he's gonna find out it's gonna cost a lot more. I do.
Right.
And then at that point, if he can get in compliance and is willing to spend that, then he's in compliance.
Right.
But it's still not allowed in the front yard.
That, I know that.
So,
Well, here's
I
the way.
don't know that we're gonna be changing.
I know.
So that's the variance that we really need to be considering here, is are we willing to allow a detached structure in a front yard? Because then the next one that comes to us, that maybe we like more than this, like,
Right.
or looks different than this.
He's-
Where do we go from there? I think that's where I'm really struggling, is that can be a slippery slope unless we're opting to change that ordinance, and I don't think we're willing.
We don't have the authority to do
We
Yeah.
that.
can't
You
change
do.
the ordinance, right?
Yeah.
I don't, I mean,
this
the
body
planning
board does.
commission, and I doubt.
This
that-
body can't change ordinances.
Yeah.
We're only
We
here.
have to follow,
I
we're-
understand.
yeah. we're
That's
tied
why I
to
said
it.
you, because she's the planning commission representative.
I mean, there's 3 things here, you know, that we're dealing with. You have a detached accessory structure that is in the front yard. Now, you talked about it being $100,000 to, you know, put it up and make it attached to your garage. Okay? I get the cost. The second thing is, all accessories must be permanent unless approved as a temporary structure by the planning commission. And it sounds like temporary structures are something like 30 days or something like that.
I mean, he could come and try, like,
That,
apply for a
right.
temporary use for this,
Right.
but
The third
the
thing is.
intent is
But
to
it would
be
would
permanent.
not sit there permanently.
Right. The third thing is, and I haven't looked at the manufacturer installation instructions thoroughly enough, but it has to say, provide manufacturer installation instructions for permanent installations, like, so, in other words, this thing isn't supposed to be permanent, is it? Right,
Honestly, I don't know, it's very well built, I mean, it's,
right,
you know, you can pull up off this thing, no problem, so.
right,
I
Oh.
mean, Brent is saying it's not
right,
designed
for
for
permanent.
installation.
If I, just a thought, if I were to butt this, if I were to move this and butt this up to my house and strap it to my house with, and secure it in the cement, my current cement driveway, would that be a different scenario?
That's why I'm suggesting
answer.
you go back to the building.
I can't
because
answer.
We can't answer, it.
Right.
we don't know.
Just before I take it down, because like I said, our family spent a lot of money on this, so, you know.
We
that's-
respect that, we respect that.
That's why I'm suggesting you go back to the building
Right.
department. So
And he-
none of that happens. So,
So that if you do have to take it down and move it, and whatever other costs you have on top of that, it's more secured now that you're gonna get approval, right? You know,
since you haven't had these conversations with them, I think that's probably the best solution for right now. It still might net you out a terrible result, I don't know. But at least you have the option now to at least go back and talk to somebody other than us just saying, no, we're gonna vote this down and then you're done, you know, so, that's what I would suggest.
I think that's the best bet for him.
We're not promising you anything, because
Right.
I get it.
God only knows what could happen.
We're doing it for a cost benefit for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I
So,
appreciate that, I
yeah.
understand.
Okay, so
So is that your motion?
I would make a motion to table this until the appellate can go meet with the building department and come up with a better solution.
I'll support it.
Will you take roll, Mr. Batanti?
Mr. Brado,
Yes.
Mr. Leonetti,
Yes.
Ms. Soparka,
No.
Ms. Torp,
No.
Batanti, yes.
It's tabled for you, sir.
It's
Yep.
tabled, you can go to the building department. You still may end up with a bad situation, but at
Right.
least you have a chance.
You have some more options to look at.
Right, thank you, yep.
Sure.
Thanks, yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Want your photos here?
Yeah, definitely.
Want to use those?
Thank you, that's wrong for you guys to do. Thank you.
Sure.
Mr. Batanti, would you read the second case, please, sir?
Case E2, case number 15-25, Mark Lucia, 38,696 Winkler, property number -17-12, 19-229-009, requesting a variance to build a detached garage.
And who's here to present for the petitioner?
Mark Lucia, 38696 Winkler.
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
Please.
Go ahead.
Okay. Really pretty simple. I just, I want to build a structure to keep everything safe out back, some sort of storage for, we just got a bass boat, which is big for me, so that's cool.
Nice.
And I definitely want to keep it out of the, the weather and, keep it safe. We have four-wheelers, we have a couple other things, and we definitely want to keep it in an nicely aesthetic building, something that looks good on the eye and is kind of out of the sight. It's going to be all the way in the back corner of the, property. I have a smaller house, but I have a big yard, and that's the problem. I have a small house, I have these guys, and if you guys have kids or ever had kids, you understand that everything in the house is just kid stuff, so, just looking for more storage, trying to get everything, put into a aesthetically pleasing building, and, that's pretty much it. I mean, just need more storage. I have no more storage in my house whatsoever.
And your issue is that your proposed garage exceeds the allowable size based on
Correct.
67% of your house.
Correct.
Yep.
And with the bass boat, the four-wheeler, lawnmower, and I can go down a list of stuff I got.
And you have no basement either.
What's that?
You have no basement either.
Yeah, we have a
Oh,
basement.
you do, okay.
do.
But you can't park your lawnmower.
I can't put the bass boat in the basement.
Go in there.
I wish I could. I could wax the boat if I did that, but no. Yeah. Oh, that's, no.
Okay, are there questions from the board?
So what was the variance? How many feet were we looking at here?
The numbers are in, oh, here we go.
I think the garage is 900 square feet, right?
Yes.
Here, we want 900 square feet. It exceeds the allowable amount by 704, based on 67% of your home.
Again, I have a small house.
1,000 square
A
feet.
1,000
Half
square
an
foot
acre,
house.
aren't you?
Yes, half acre, yeah.
So, Amanda, how does this net out on a lot that size? Because it's really kind of based on the size of the home, not the size of the lot, correct?
This has been bugging me all day, because, I used to live on one of these streets in a 1,000 square foot home, and my garage was 900 square feet. We bought it that way, so I didn't have to come to the ZBA.
Yeah, there's a lot of houses.
But, I mean, this just comes down to issues we find with our ordinance, and the fact that we have so many different shaped and size lots in the township that, he wants to put it in the backyard, which we allow for, and we encourage.
I don't know if it helps, but I have a couple neighbors here that are definitely rooting me on. They're gonna be the ones that are looking at it, so they're,
And like he says, he could tear his house down, build a new house, and then still be able to build
Exactly.
this
Right, correct.
on that lot. I mean,
Which may be the hardship, right?
yeah. To me,
It's
the
definitely-
lot size, I mean, this is definitely a question I'm gonna ask the planner, because I think the lot size should also be taken into account.
Seems reasonable, doesn't it? Did the neighbors want to speak?
If it was in my backyard, we have a 1,700 square foot house. We could build that and his lot's the same size as mine. I mean, I don't know why I should be able to, I know there will be what it says, but I don't know why that makes much of a difference. Other than being too long, no ordinance, you know.
Would you like names and addresses for the minutes of the neighbors?
Yeah, we should be happy having.
We probably should have, if you don't mind, just give us your name and
Now
address.
that you talk, we gotta get your name
Not
in
yet,
there.
up there.
Now you did it. Don't worry, you're not gonna be on a list.
Richard and Lynn Erb, we're at 38695, not 96.
Winkler.
I'm sorry, last name again?
Erb, like herb lumber.
ERB,
Ron Kurtz, 38640.
yeah.
We need to get it clearly so we can send you reader's
It's all-
digest.
Yeah,
Brian Kurtz at 38640 Winkler.
Thank you very much. Any other questions from the board? All right, thank you. If you'd like to take your seat, thank you.
Thank you.
They're so cute. I had no problem with this.
sure, I'll make the motion. I make the motion that we approve the petitioner's request for case number 1526 for the property located at 38696 Winkler. The petitioner has demonstrated the fact that he has a home of 1,000 square feet, yet he has toys that are going to require at least 900 square feet of, of coverage. And, you know, and I think given his lot size, given the fact that there are other, as pointed out by Ms. Oparka, there's various different lot sizes in our community. In fact, some that are similar to his situation, that already have 900 square foot garages, that I think he meets his burden. And I'm going to vote to approve it.
Second?
I'll support that.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Mr. Batanti, would you take roll?
Mr. Leonetti?
Yes.
Mr. Brado?
Yes.
Ms. Torp?
Yes.
Ms. Oparka?
Yes.
And Batanti, yes.
So,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
do you have a
Take care.
decent
Yep.
cement contractor to do the work or no? Okay, good.
The bass boat is all safe now.
You're good.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in. Yep.
Okay, that's all there is for hearings and reviews. We have another case that is under old business. If you would read that, Mr. Batanti.
Case number 12-26, Howard Slanik, 39856 Elmite. The property is 1712-18, 329-017, requesting a variance for a privacy fence.
Good evening, everyone. Howard Slanik, 39856 Elmite Street, Harrison Township. So it was tabled to today. I know Mr. Leonetti, he stopped by. Him and I walked the property, put up some areas of what it was. And originally, I wanted to be 6 feet off of the road. Talking with him and where the culvert is, it's actually be 10 feet, but I'm gonna come 7 feet back instead of 6 feet and angle it at a 12 foot. Mr. Leonetti was there and he said that'd be ample amount of vision for people coming from both sides of the street.
If you want to go to discussion.
That was my issue, the visibility, the safety for anyone driving the street.
So
Yes, ma'am.
I do have a question. So there's new sod that's been laid.
Yes.
Where's the fence going to be in relation to, so I see where the sod ends. and-
All right, so reference to where the street is?
Well, it's interesting. I went and I kind of measured where the fences were down the road, down Clinton View.
Yep.
And they're about 10 feet off the road. And so my concern was visibility as well. So I'm just curious where, I'm trying to visualize, I know where 10 feet is from the road. It's kind of maybe a foot in from where your
That's
sod is.
So that it's actually roughly like 9.5 inches, or almost a foot, it's like 9.5 inches, is where the panel is gonna sit, the 4x4, the post, will be at, they wanna say it's 13.5 inches.
So is that in front of, I'm just trying to visualize.
It's on the side.
On
So
the side.
where the side ends, the fence will be 3.5 inches on the side.
On the side.
Inside.
Inside, yes,
So the
correct.
side will be, okay.
So the side will be, once the fence is built, you'll see
A little bit of
a
side.
little bit of the side.
So as I was saying, Board, I kind of measured where the other fences were on Clinton, the border Clinton View, and they were about 10 feet. And I did this gentleman's, and if I measured from the street, because I just needed a visualization, that what you're describing is almost 9.5 feet from the street. So I would think that, just based on my layman's point of view, that it wouldn't create any sort of visual obstruction when you're coming around the curve on Clinton View, right? That's what I would be concerned about, but I think that if it's set back that distance, it shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you.
If you'd like to take your seat?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, I had a chance to go out there and we went out there and we used a wheel to measure everything. And I had a chance to go to the next door neighbor. Remember, we were worried about the neighbor backing out of
Yes,
the
yep.
the driveway? And right at the point where he is gonna put the fence line, you could see. There's no problem for that neighbor. And then what I did is I visualized where his thing is gonna come out from on the other side, around the curve. Plenty of room. Anybody could see it, even further back, coming back, you're gonna see somebody coming around the curve. So, he took the time to, and he's taking some of it away from his property, and he's dog-earing it even too.
Right.
So he took some time to plan it, and after observing it, I have no problem approving this.
Okay.
So are we going to, in the motion, are we going to say something specifically about where the fence is from the,
Yeah, I
from
think
the
we need to say
road?
7 feet with a 12-foot dog leg
7 feet from what?
from the road.
From the road.
See, I thought it was,
Would you like?
I just thought it was further than that from the road. I mean, when I actually looked, I thought that if I measured from the road to where your side is, I thought it was more than.
So,
And maybe it depends on where you're at.
so actually, it'll be technically 17 feet. So it'll be 10 feet off of the road. So the back fence will be 10 feet off of the road. And then when it angles, that 12-foot angle where that angle stops, so it'll actually be about 17 feet off of the road.
So can we at least make something that says it will be a minimum of 10 feet off the road?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can do that.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
sure.
Okay, thank you.
Fair enough. I'll make the motion.
Okay.
I make the motion to approve the petitioner's request under case number 1226 for 39856 Elmite. The petitioner's request and his plan shows that he's going to be at least 10 feet off the road with his privacy fence. He's even angling it, or as I say, dog-earing it, to allow for even more of an unobstructed view for cars traveling, as well as for his neighbor backing out of the yard. And so for those reasons, I think he satisfies everything that's concerned this board last month, and I think he meets the requirements for the variance.
Okay.
Thank you. Is there support?
I'll support that.
Thank you. Would you take roll, Mr. Patel?
Mr. Leonetti?
Yes.
Patati, yes. Brado?
Yes.
Ms. Torp?
Yes.
Ms. O'Parker?
Yes.
Good.
You're welcome. Yep.
Good luck with your project.
Thank you.
How's the grass coming? How's the grass coming?
The grass is great, water bill not so much.
Yeah. Pray for some rain, we got some coming.
Well, I mean, it rained, yeah, the other day it rained, and it was supposed to keep raining, and it didn't, so.
Cool.
Pray for rain. Okay, thank you. Okay, do we have any other new business? Announcements? Any public comments? I think anyone who is here spoke, but if you would like to speak again?
We don't have control over that, that's not our
Go to the
jurisdiction.
township board for
Oh,
them.
I wrote down it, yes.
Department of Roads.
I hear you.
My neighbor's been there for 40 years. We won't do it until they bring in sewers. It's been 40 years, and I've been there for 26 years, and the road's been... I know, I still gotta get it out.
Not our jurisdiction.
I wish it was.
So other than paving the road, any other comments? No? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The next meeting is September 8th. Is there a motion to adjourn? Support?
I can't support that, so that's my anniversary.
Oh, okay.
My wife might be watching.
Okay. Someone else, Mr. Batanti? would you-
Yes.
Yes, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you
Thanks a
all.
lot. Take care, folks. Yep, take care.